Welcome to Fine Spun Tales. In this edition, we are beginning our fourth adventure with the crew of the U.S.S. Da Vinci, a ship in the Starfleet Corps of Engineers. Let's begin. Nostrain remains calm as tension fills the room, with his crew and scientific advisors making last-minute adjustments for their monumental experiment. The ship holds at light speed -3, and Delayax, a crystalline scientist, reports the drive system functions normally, allowing the test to proceed. Tholian ships, known for their stealth attacks and energy web generators, have lagged in speed compared to other races. The experiment aims to change that, potentially making Tholian vessels the fastest in the quadrant, enhancing their defenses and armament. Nostrine orders acceleration, watching as stars distort on the main view screen as the ship crosses into subspace. Suddenly, alarms sound due to an unexplained power drain in the drive system. Nostrine orders deceleration and diagnostic checks. The sensor officer detects a space disruption nearby, but its exact nature is unclear. Despite no immediate danger, the image on the main screen reveals a dark, fluctuating area, seemingly a hole in space, emitting slight radiation. As the crew watches, the dark hole shifts to reveal a blue-green energy field with static discharges. To their surprise, an object materializes from the hole, forming a ship with scarred hull plates and exposed metal, signifying a significant discovery in their experiment. Nostrine and his crew are captivated by the unfolding events. The ship, emerging from the mysterious dark hole, hints at unknown technological and spatial phenomena. The successful manifestation of the object from the anomaly suggests potential advancements and threats. Nostrine's calm command and the crew's efficient handling of the situation underscore the high stakes of their mission, as they face unprecedented challenges and opportunities in their quest for superior speed and power in space travel. In Tholian space, Commander Nostrine and his crew discover a derelict Federation Constitution-class starship. The vessel appears lifeless and lacks power, raising concerns and curiosity among the Tholian officials. Despite the improvement in relations with the Federation, the appearance of the ship causes unease, though Nostrine believes it to be harmless and insists on reporting the find to his superiors in the chain of command. Meanwhile, at Starfleet headquarters, Captain Montgomery Scott is urgently summoned. Admiral William Ross briefs him on the situation, introducing Commander Grellin from Starfleet Intelligence and Mr. Marshall from the Diplomatic Corps. The Tholians have detected an old Federation starship, the U.S.S. Defiant, which was lost in an interspatial rift over a century ago. Scotty, having a personal connection to the ship from a past mission, is asked if he would take part in the recovery mission. The recovery of the Defiant is critical both for historical reasons and diplomatic relations with the Tholians. Ross emphasizes the sensitivity of the situation, as the Tholians are allowing a limited window for the Federation to act. Scotty agrees, recognizing the importance of retrieving the ship and its crew despite the political risks involved. The mission is assigned to the U.S.S. Da Vinci, chosen for its capable crew and diplomatic captain, Captain Gold. As preparations begin, there is a clear tension between the need to preserve peace with the Tholians and the desire to recover the Defiant. The stakes are high, and every move is carefully considered to ensure the mission's success without sparking conflict. The orders underscore the delicate balance between duty, diplomacy, and the respect for history in the vast expanse of space. On the USS Da Vinci, Duffy sits in the mess hall, observing the crew's camaraderie. Sonia Gomez, a fellow crew member, spots him and joins him for a drink. They chat about the upcoming mission to recover the Defiant, noting Captain Gold's unusual excitement. Gomez teases Duffy about his usual drink choice, and their friendly banter lightens the mood. As they discuss their mission preparations, Gomez expresses concern about the dangers of the task. Duffy tries to reassure her, though he admits his nervousness about the risks involved. Their conversation becomes more personal, hinting at a deeper connection between them. Despite the tension, Gomez steers the discussion back to their professional roles, emphasizing the importance of their mission. Their talk is interrupted by Captain Gold's call for a briefing as they approach the rendezvous point. Heading to the briefing room, Gomez confides her unease about the mission's unusual protocol. Duffy, masking his own concerns, promises to handle things on the Da Vinci while the main team tackles the Defiant. They prepare to face the unknown challenges ahead with professional determination and personal apprehension. Duffy has worked his way up the chain of command on the Da Vinci, gaining Captain Gold's confidence to the point of being third in line for command. Though he's taken the helm a few times, he jokes about the ship being on autopilot when he's in charge. He's always projected a lighthearted yet skilled image, avoiding any secret hope for a crisis that would put him in command. Captain Gold entrusts him with command during the mission to rescue the Defiant, and Duffy resolves to fulfill his duty despite his apprehensions. As the team gathers for a briefing, Captain Gold reiterates that Gomez is in charge of the mission. P8 Blue Anasat provides an update on the Defiant, explaining its state, existing in a rift between universes and losing molecular cohesion. Dr. Lenz warns of the physical and psychological effects of interphase, including space madness, but reassures the crew with a counteragent derived from Theragen, which causes Duffy some initial alarm due to its toxic history. The atmosphere lightens with laughter as Dr. Lenz mentions a humorous anecdote about mixing the counteragent with scotch, as noted by the famous engineer from the Enterprise. With the crew inoculated and prepared, Gomez leads them through the final preparations. They understand the challenges ahead, including the risks of interphase, but the team's camaraderie and humor help ease the tension. Each member, from P8 Blue to Dr. Lenz, plays a crucial role in the mission, ready to charge into the unknown and rescue the Defiant. Commander Sonia Gomez and her team prepare to board the U.S.S. Defiant, which has been adrift and without power for over a century. Their mission is to install portable generators to restore limited functionality, allowing maneuvering thrusters to work and enabling access to some of the ship's systems. Dr. Lenz is tasked with gathering data on the physiological effects of the interphase phenomenon, while Captain Gold is to retrieve information from the Defiant's logs. As they approach the rendezvous point, the crew is captivated by the sight of the Defiant, shimmering in and out of existence within the rift. Once on board, Gomez confirms that the ship is without gravity and power, as expected. The only light comes from their helmet lamps, illuminating a dark, murky environment filled with floating dust and dirt. They are quickly reminded of the ship's tragic history when they encounter the skeleton of a former crew member, along with decomposed remains of others scattered throughout the ship. Gomez and her team set to work with a focus on restoring partial power to the Defiant. P8 Blue detects a faint power source on Deck 20, which is unusual for a supposedly dead ship. As Gomez prepares to send P8 Blue and Dr. Lenz to investigate, they realize the enormity of their task and the emotional weight of potentially bringing closure to the long-lost crew of the Defiant. Despite the challenges, the team remains determined. Gomez emphasizes the importance of getting power to the main computer to access the Defiant's logs, even if it means navigating the ship via the Jeffries tubes. The mission is filled with both technical hurdles and poignant moments as the crew works together to unravel the mysteries of the Defiant and honor the memory of its crew. David Gold, after effortlessly opening the access panel, shines his helmet lamp into the darkness, becoming the first in a century to see the abandoned bridge of the U.S.S. Defiant. Unlike the mock-up in the Fleet Museum, the bridge is covered in dust, its outdated systems a stark contrast to modern ships. Gold contacts Gomez to report reaching the bridge, receiving confirmation that power will soon be restored. As the lights come on, revealing the skeletal remains of Captain Blair and another crew member, Gold reflects on the vessel's tragic history and the likely fate of the rest of the crew. Gold instructs Gomez to delay restoring life support to avoid further degrading the skeletal remains. He requests Solomon's assistance on the bridge, prioritizing a task in honor of Captain Blair and his crew before continuing the mission. The restoration of power brings the Defiance bridge back to life, with Gold feeling the weight of history and the crew's sacrifices. Dr. Lenz and P8 Blue manage to force open a reinforced double hatch in the depths of the Defiant. The heavy door is a critical safety feature designed to protect the rest of the ship from vacuum in case of explosive decompression in the cargo bay. As they enter the dark, atmosphereless area, they navigate past floating cargo containers and the skeletal remains of crew members, a haunting sight even for the experienced doctor. They are searching for an anomalous power source and find it in a mysterious octagonal black object, partially covered in dust and secured to the deck. The device, resembling Tholian technology, has energy emitters and a still functioning power cell, despite the ship's dilapidated state. Dr. Lenz and Patty speculate about its purpose but find no definitive clues. The object lacks propulsion or weaponry, leaving them puzzled. Patty suggests it might have been intended for use on a planet or moon due to the soil residue. Their exploration reveals more questions than answers, highlighting the challenges and mysteries of their mission aboard the derelict vessel. Sonia Gomez sits at the engineering station on the bridge of the Defiant, feeling like she has stepped back in time. As she examines the glossy console and multicolored buttons, she understands why Captain Gold was so excited about this mission. The engineering systems and the design of the Defiant's bridge are impressive despite their age. Gold asks if the ship will hold together, and Gomez confidently confirms that the thrusters and other systems are functioning well. After restoring power and life support to the bridge, Gold and Solomon remove the remains of Captain Blair and another crewman, allowing the team to take off their environment suit helmets. Solomon, working at the science station, accesses the ship's main computer and retrieves the captain's logs. Captain Gold hopes these logs will reveal what happened to the Defiant and if Tholians were involved. Despite struggling with the Defiant's outdated technology and the loss of his bondmate, 111, Solomon successfully finds the information. He activates the main viewer, displaying an image of Captain Thomas Blair, which might hold the answers they seek. The Da Vinci detects 3 hostile vessels approaching. While the ship can outrun them, other ships are nearby, so an evasive course is set to return to Federation space. As the ship navigates through an uncharted area, sensors initially detect no threats. However, Gold comments ominously on the hidden dangers, and Gomez acknowledges their advanced equipment's limitations in detecting them. The image of Captain Blair, appearing older than his 50 years, adds to the tense atmosphere. Solomon at the science station brings up more information, and Gold requests the complete data, with Blair's image reappearing on the screen. The Defiant encounters an unidentified interdimensional phenomenon affecting power systems and causing crew paranoia. Dr. Hamilton identifies brain impacts in victims, but the attacks began only after entering the rift. Despite efforts, Science Officer Nunn can't find an exit. As unrest escalates, Captain Blair is killed by a crazed crewman during a log entry recording, leaving the crew trapped and with little hope of survival. Aboard the Da Vinci, Duffy observes the eerie image of the stranded Defiant, thinking of its tragic fate. Fabian Stevens, eager to solve the mystery, updates Duffy on the modifications made to stabilize the Defiant for retrieval. As Duffy contemplates the mission, a tense interaction with Security Chief Corsi underscores the challenges of command. The team remains focused on their task, aiming to recover the Defiant and uncover answers long sought by Starfleet. The mission proceeds under the watchful eye of Duffy, with tensions running high amid the presence of a Tholian ship. Despite the pressures, the crew works diligently to secure the Defiant, embodying the resilience and determination necessary for such a perilous operation. As they ready for the final steps, communication from the Defiant signals progress, bringing a glimmer of hope to the daunting task ahead. Duffy and his team prepare to salvage the Defiant. Cultural specialist Carol Abramowitz alerts the Tholian commander Nostrain that they are about to start the operation. Despite Nostrain's initial impatience, they inform him of the procedure, which involves using tractor and deflector beams to safely extract the Defiant. As they begin the operation, Captain Gold interrupts, revealing a significant discovery on the Defiant that could have historical importance. They transmit data of a mysterious device to the Tholians, who receive it and cut the communication abruptly. Duffy then focuses on the technical aspects, directing his crew to engage the deflector beam to pull the Defiant from the rift. Nostrain, aboard his Tholian ship, paces in his quarters, concerned about the data transmitted by the Starfleet crew. He realizes the device found is a dangerous Tholian prototype that had caused a catastrophic incident in the past. Under orders from the High Magistrates, Nostrine must decide whether to destroy the Defiant and possibly the Da Vinci to prevent the secret from being revealed. As the Da Vinci struggles with increasing resistance from the rift, Nostrine and his second-in-command, Tagrex, discuss their dire orders. Nostrine, acknowledging the high stakes, prepares to take decisive action. With the Defiant partially emerged, the tension rises as Nostrine contemplates the imminent destruction to protect the Tholian secret. Gomez checks the status on the bridge's engineering console and is satisfied that the power generators and thrusters are working well. She advises everyone to find a seat as it might get bumpy. Gold, wearing a bulky environmental suit, sits in the captain's chair, watching the main viewer's chaotic display. The Defiant struggles against interdimensional forces, and the ship trembles as the Da Vinci's tractor beam pulls it. As they approach the barrier, the stars become clearer, but then the ship is violently shaken by an attack. Solomon reports that the Tholians are firing on them, and Gold struggles to contact the Da Vinci, but communication is disrupted due to the rift. The ship endures more attacks, causing significant shaking. Gold is thrown to the deck, and Gomez rushes to his aid. They notice the ship undergoing a molecular shift due to the Tholian fire. With the Defiant's shields down, they are vulnerable. Solomon mentions that the Da Vinci has severed its tractor beam, and the Defiant is being pulled back into the rift. On the Da Vinci, Ensign Wong alerts Duffy about the Tholian attack. The Defiant takes heavy damage as Duffy struggles to maintain the tractor beam. Security Chief Corsi advises disengaging the beam to give them a better chance in the rift. Duffy orders shields up and disengages the beams, preparing to defend against further Tholian attacks. Duffy acknowledges Corsi's recommendation and shifts the rescue operation into a tactical situation. He orders the Da Vinci's tactical officer to lock weapons on the Tholian ship but hold fire. The Da Vinci's bridge crew works quickly to adjust their strategy, hoping their actions will protect both the Defiant and their own ship from the relentless Tholian assault. As the Defiant is pulled back into the rift, the crew braces for the next phase of their desperate mission. In the cargo hold on Deck 20 of the Defiant, P8 Blue and Lens experience intense chaos as cargo containers and equipment shift violently due to the ship being attacked. With the lack of gravity and protective systems, the situation becomes perilous as boxes fly around. Lens narrowly saves Patty from a dangerous crate, but soon realizes they are under attack, likely by the Tholians. Amid the turmoil, Lens reflects on her past experiences during the Dominion War and her intention to escape such horrors by joining the Da Vinci. As the Defiant endures another brutal impact, Lens and Patty struggle to stay safe. A cargo container strikes Patty, sending her through a destabilized section of the ship's hull and into open space. Reacting swiftly, Lens follows her, using her suit's thrusters to catch up. She grabs Patty, who is unconscious and possibly injured, and maneuvers them back towards the Defiant. Upon reaching the ship, Lens secures them to the hull, realizing the immediate need for medical assistance and the urgency of re-entering the ship. Lens, with Patty in tow, surveys the area for an entry point into the Defiant, but finds none. She notices a swelling bruise on Patty's head, confirming a concussion. As she scans for options, she sees the rift leading to Interphase starting to close. This rift, a chaotic mix of colors, represents their only link to their universe. With the rift shrinking, Lens faces the grim reality that they might soon be cut off entirely, adding to the mounting pressure to find a way back inside the Defiant and secure their safety. On the bridge of the Da Vinci, Duffy and his team witness the Defiant being pulled back into Interphase. As this happens, a nearby Tholian ship turns towards them, and despite Duffy's command to not fire first, they are hit by a sudden red burst of energy. The Da Vinci jolts violently, throwing Duffy from his chair and causing Ensign Wong to hit his head on his console. Amid the chaos, Duffy orders Corsi to take the helm and McCallan to fire phasers and torpedoes at the attacking ship. After sustaining damage, the Tholian ship retreats. Duffy tends to Wong and contacts sickbay for assistance. McCallan confirms their attack has damaged the Tholian vessel, which then moves away. Duffy decides not to pursue, acknowledging the Tholians will likely return with reinforcements. Abramowitz warns that their actions may have caused an interstellar incident, potentially angering the Federation diplomatic corps. With the immediate threat gone, Duffy shifts focus back to rescuing the Defiant, only to realize that both the Defiant and the Rift have disappeared. Today's story ends here. This story was based on the novel Interphase Part 1, written by Dayton Ward and Kevin Dillmore. It is the fourth book in the Starfleet Corps of Engineers series. There is an affiliate link in the description to buy a copy. If you want to help us grow the channel, press the like button. If you want more tales every week, subscribe. To help us out more directly, consider buying our app, Count Currency, published by Finespun Software. Count Currency is ideal for anyone who handles cash, including small business owners, waitstaff, or anyone who handles cash. Count Currency is made for iPhone and available on the App Store. Join us next time to find out the fate of the U.S.S. Defiant. This narration was made with tools from OpenAI. Thanks for watching, and have a great rest of your day.